What unfolds. All right, so I'm going to just invite you to close your eyes like I am, if that's comfortable for you. Let's just take notice of the breaths we are receiving, just for a moment. And just to kind of tune into what the heck we're doing here. It occurs to me, or I'm inspired right now, to just talk about the concept, listen to inspiration, listen to inspiration. So we're in a session in a class called Spiritual Workout. I personally came up with that name. And a lot of people said, well, Stephen, you're sure you're going to turn off a lot of people? That word spiritual, and there are a whole bunch of people that are just not going to resonate with that. And I said, I get it. And yet there will be a whole lot of people who are. And when, like me, you're using a word like spiritual in your work, you get to and have to define it. What do you mean by spiritual? What will somebody who engages spiritual workout experience with something called spiritual workout? Now, we work with 15 concepts here, and I could argue that any one of them, it's what it's all about, right? And the one that I want to talk about right now is the concept, like I said, called listen to inspiration. Listen to inspiration is the concept, or one of them, that puts us directly in touch with the whole point of spiritual workout. The spiritual part of this, as I started to say, for me, is nothing more than the idea that we humans are both human and being, that there is a part of us, the being part of us, that actually is more than what's contained in our physical bodies. And we are connected to it, and it is connected to us. And we don't live in human bodies absent that connection. So listening to inspiration as a concept is about exactly what it says. What is inspiration saying to me? Now, there are a whole bunch of words that we can use for that. Inspiration, in spirit, we could break down the etymology of that. But for me, in the context of what we're doing here, it has to do with gut. It has to do with intuition. It has everything to do with feeling. It has to do with guidance. So if I am a spiritual being having a human experience, and there's part of me that exists outside of my body, then spiritual workout is the place where we come to take the perspective of our soul, that part of us that lives outside of us, that has a much broader view of things. And what we strive to do in spiritual workout world is simply look at the issues and challenges of our everyday life experiences through the lens of the concepts that we work with in order to maintain the perspective of our soul. What does it have to say about the crappy relationship I'm in? What does it have to say about the struggle with my physical health? What does it have to say with my unhappiness at work? What does it have to say with the anxiety I wake up with every morning? What does it have to say about the depression I often feel, and the shame that I often feel, and the guilt that I often feel? Spiritual workout is the place to come to take a different perspective of life's challenges. If I can offer anything as a result of engaging this work, it is that you will gain a different perspective, the perspective of our soul, and how the soul communicates with us through this concept of inspiration, of inspiring, of giving guidance is another way, or receiving guidance. So it's up to us to learn how to listen to that. How is it that you hear it? How does spirit communicate with you? How do your spirit guides communicate with you? How does your higher self or soul communicate with you? These are all different ways to talk about the exact same thing. So with that, again, I just invite you to take a nice deep breath or receive it. Hold on to anything that feels good and makes sense and let go of anything that doesn't. And let's see what your soul has to say about anything you care to work out tonight.